When you talk about rethinking or innovation or breaking boundaries in thought, some of the obvious companies come to mind, like Apple, who really came from outside the music industry and transformed it with the iPod and now with the iPhone and other products. However, anybody is capable of rethinking, and it's quite interesting that some of the more traditional organizations, like banks, are rethinking their identity. You don't usually associate rethinking and innovation with a bank. You think safety, greyness, perhaps security. And so banks like ING Bank in the East Coast of America have bank branches that don't look like banks. They look like Amsterdam coffee houses with bicycles, cappuccino machines, breaking the barriers between them and their customers. And of course, children are usually the best example. There's a whole generation growing up who believe that the screen they look at is real and you are virtual. We call teenagers screenagers these days. They inhabit a whole other world, and there's a lot we can learn. I would suggest that you really need a 14-year-old technology butler or advisor for your company, because they think digitally. And there are two main types of creativity. Adaptation, which is improving what already exists, doing things better, or innovation, which is in the very word nova, newness, doing things differently. Now, the people who do things differently often don't fit in to the structure of an organization that is more adaptive. They feel like they are outsiders. I think the Spanish word might be inquietos very often, whereas the people who run the organization probably just want to do better what they did yesterday. And organizations have to find ways to use both these kinds of thinking. Those who want to continue improving, continuous improvement is a big theme in business, but those who want to really change things. And that's why I hate the expression, think outside the box. I think the challenge for most organizations these days is to change the box. And that requires both those types of creativity, adaptation and innovation. But more and more, ideas that were peripheral, that were fringe, like corporate social responsibility, like an ethical program, all this softer stuff is coming to the core of a business. So I think the companies that will succeed are ones, yes, that are managed well, led well, do their good housekeeping with their finances, but the ones that actually make a contribution to their community or to the wider world. We're going to look at some very different measures for what makes success in the future, and they're going to be more in line with the new technology, more connected, more universal, more about wholeness rather than the parts.